Alright, new camera, new phone. Decoder's installed, all wired up. And I'm now going to put the cover on, the tender, and we'll test her out. Well, I'm back, and I'm not impressed with how this motor's working out. It jigs and it jogs, and it doesn't operate the way I want it to. It's not smooth by any shape of it. I'll show you what's going on. That's at 100%. That's about 67. She cuts out. There's too much resistance somewhere. As you can see, the electricity is running through properly. So I'm going to probably change the motor. Well, it seemed to work pretty good on DC, but for some reason there's something going on with after I converted it. So, back to the drawing board. Okay, so I'm back. Now, I have a second Camelback, Canadian Pacific 785, and I removed the motor, and then upon further inspection, the drive wheels run a lot freer on this model. This model was my original. This one was the second one I bought relatively inexpensively. This was the one that I wanted to upgrade. So upon further inspection, it really wasn't the motor, even though that motor doesn't drive as well as this one, which I'm going to switch it out for. The drive wheels, I think the rear ones, are warped, and I may have inadvertently done that. Because before I upgraded this, the DCC test seemed to run reasonably well. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dismantle that chassis and replace it with that one. So the wheels will run freer, and then I don't have to rewire the smoker or the LED light or anything like that. I just basically change out the chassis and keep the motor and all that stuff. So that's the next step. Fun, fun, fun. I'll be back. Okay. So I finally got her finished up. The 260 number 785 Canadian Pacific Camelback. I dismantled the motor and switched it out with the other one, but I kept the same chassis. I just noted after I had dismantled the motor and had the chassis free, the wheels worked freely, so I figured something was binding one or two of them up. So after that being said, and put her all back together, it seems to work fine. I tweaked it up on JMRI, and now I'll show you how it works on my test track. Headlight is quite yellow. I did switch it out, but for some reason it seems to be still as yellow as the original, but I'm just going to leave it like that. We jump her forward So I set the deceleration and acceleration. It seems to be working. This is speed step 10. It seems to be working fairly well. I had to set the torque rate quite high, as well as the speed. I kept the speed relatively low. I'm going to use this as a logging train when I get my layout built. Must be a little bit of a dead spot there. Or the acceleration's playing havoc with me here. I think it's a dead spot. I gotta clean my track. Oh, there we go. So this is speed step 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Still relatively fast because of the torque rate, but I'm happy with it. Let's try the smoke. I'll back it up to get the keyboard behind it there. I think I had too much fluid in there. There we go. A little puff. And that's about it. Not a big fan of these soothe, skinny neck smoke generators. Anyway, it's a feature that's there. All in all, I'm pretty pleased with the way this is working for this old locomotive. Anyway, let's see if we can get a better view. It's not too bad.